Shalom. All praises to the Lord and honors to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. I'm your brother Makolat, here again to feed the elect through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And I hope that this lesson is edifying to the elect. And I have an article on screen called Failed State. No, I don't have a name for this lesson really, but Lord's willing we'll find one, through the spirit. So failed state, and this article was written by somebody called Nazanin H. Barma, and it was published the 4th of April 2024. So it's a very recent article, right? So I'll put it in the description box so brothers can go in the article and feel free, to dissect it as well, because I'm not gonna read all this article. So we're just gonna get a few points from this article. I read it yesterday. I was reading it yesterday, and I said, I guess this article can be an article to spark the fire for a lesson. So here am I now. Bear with me about a question. Whenever I take up my phone to do a lesson, my allergies always act up on me, man. I don't know why. Fuck Satan anyway. Alright, this is failed state. A state that is unable to perform the two fundamental functions of a sovereign nation state. In the modern world system, it cannot project authority over its territory and peoples, and it cannot protect its national boundaries. Right? Does that remind you of a specific country today, right? Where boundaries are concerned. It says the governing capacity of a failed state is attenuated, right? So let's look up that word, attenuated. Lessened or weakened. Right? So the adjective, right? It says lessened or weakened, as in amount, force, or magnitude, being or containing a pathogenic agent that has been altered to be of greatly reduced virulence, if I'm calling it correctly. It says long and slender from or as if from having been stretched. See, and just this word brings so much meaning, or so much references that we can pinpoint today as pertaining to Babylon the Great, which is which you people would call America in this day and age, spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. Because the more we analyze this article, you're gonna see for yourself that America is a failed state. Keep on making mention of Dick Gregory, who had passed, saying America is done. He's circling the drain, Right, so going back to the article, it says the governing capacity of a failed state is attenuated, such that it is unable to fulfill the administrative and organizational tasks required to control people and resources, and can provide only minimal public services. Its citizens no longer believe that their government is legitimate, and the state becomes illegitimate in the eyes of the international community. You tell me if this is not speaking about America. Like, for example, we are seeing that the borders have been breached by illegal migrants, which is by design. We know that. And the government that's there, they're like what's his name? Texas. I think it was Ron DeSantis that, brothers can correct me on the comment board if I'm wrong. I think it was Ron DeSantis that basically got the borders in Texas to be closed, and the Supreme Court overruled that. You open it up back that illegal migrants can come in. Nevertheless, they do come in, and they are being taken care of more than the American citizens that was born and raised in that place for years. Their families, and even the ones that go there legally according to the system. And like for example, these illegal migrants are receiving like $1,600 on a debit or credit card, if I'm not mistaken, which a lot of American citizens don't have. They are being put into houses, and a lot of American citizens are homeless, living in tents, living on the streets, living on the bridges, you name it. The videos are there, living in cars, working men, working women with families, have to be living in cars, you know, and go to work in the mornings, come back, stay in the cars, and some of them saying that basically they're saying that it's a good thing that they have the car, because they would know how to manage, because they don't have a house. I've seen a video with this Jake woman. Eve, basically, she had about 7 kids in the car. They lived in the car. See, and she worked, and it's like there's not enough money to house these kids, which shows that this is a failed state. I'm speaking of America. Yeah, that's a large third world country right now, and it's gonna get worse. You understand? It's going to get worse. Let me go down in the article a little bit more. It says, a failed state is composed of feeble and flawed institutions. Often, the executive barely functions, while the legislature, judiciary, and bureaucracy and armed forces have lost their capacity and professional independence. A failed state suffers from crumbling infrastructures. Let me just get that in the scripture, man. From crumbling infrastructure, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 9. And it reads, it says, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. Now, if hell was a literal place, as Christians would teach, you're telling us that hell is gonna move, come up? Because that sound like it's gonna come on top of the earth. That literal place that you guys would want to call hell. It shows that that's not real, man. Hell is a condition, man, or the grave. Hard time, hard situation, that's hell. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth, right? These nations. It says, it had raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations, all they that seek, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? And we read that in the article coming down. See, it's a failed state that doesn't protect their borders and don't know how to protect their people anymore. And what took place the other day when Iran struck Israel, diplomatically, telling them that, look, we're going to do that. Even though Israel made a bluff strike after, because they didn't hit anything really. It was just to save face. That was just a save face hit. But guess what? These nations that surround the Middle East, all the allies of Iran, all the enemies of Israel and the West. And when I say Israel, I mean these gutter rats that live in the land, because they are not the Israelites. We are the real Israelites. They are seeing that this power that America has been weakened through Israel, as in back early 2000s when Bush was in power. That white nigga would started massive wars, man. But no, it's not so. It has been shown that countries like Russia is a power to be reckoned with in the earth, which is a part of prophecy, man. So we are living in some very high prophetic times, man. Very, very important to to be alertive in what's happening on the earth today. Right? It says, thy pomp is, Isaiah chapter 14, verse 11. It says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. What does that mean? Your infrastructure. See, I heard people going into the States from Jamaica saying that they went to some places they couldn't believe that America is worse than places in Jamaica, man. And we are a third world country. Some places are very lush, very beautiful, Some places are developed to some level, some places are being more developed. But you have places that are naturally beautiful, you know, naturally beautiful without the enhancement of a man's touch to it. But in America, you have decaying bridge, decaying roads, people shitting in the streets all over, garbage is like Riverton City dump. You can't type that in. You know, the dump, like the streets in places in Philly and stuff like that. Businesses are closing all over the American states, like in LA, you know, California, Seattle. You have places just closing on a rapid, you know. And he says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? And the Hebrew word here is hayalal. In the Greek is eos for us. And it means those that bear the light. Respect. Someone check here, yeah? Yeah. It means those that bear the light. The light bearers, man. The Illuminati. That's what it really means. Eos for us. Or hayalal. You know? That's the Hebrew word for it. Hayalal. Right? Son of the morning, who art cut down to the ground, which does weaken the nations. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. So this is definitely speaking about Esau, Edom. You know? And as we were bringing it out, their time basically is coming to an end. You know? Their time, literally is coming to an end. Because, you know, that's the reason why, like, their infrastructures are basically not being repaired. But, you know, the citizens of America been pointing out that, look at the fact that so much money is going to Ukraine and Israel for a war that really doesn't benefit them. That's what the citizens are saying. But what the citizens don't understand is that this war is needed to keep the US hegemony afloat, in keeping this nation spending their failed currency. You understand? So America is their back is against the wall. As a matter of fact, let me get Isaiah chapter, I think it's 33. Right, Isaiah 33. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. So they're right. That's the reason why you hear Biden saying they are with Israel, but they're not agreeing with Israel to go into a war with Iran, because they have seen that they are weak. They're saying half of the oil reserve have been used. You know, the military is stretched thin, you know, and their unfair dealings which they have brought all over the world is now biting them in their asses, man. You know, now is the time that they're gonna want to reason logically. When all doors for reasoning was open, they didn't want it. They didn't want it, man. You know? But this is a time for judgment. As the scripture says, we will have healed Babylon. You know? But as a matter of fact, let's get that in Jeremiah. 1 second. See, once I'm doing a lesson, man. Hard hell have to break loose in my... Jeremiah 51. About Jeremiah 51 verse 8. As a matter of fact, Jeremiah is 51 and verse 50 is a bomb chapter. 49 as well. Those are bomb chapters, man. You know? So let me read from verse 5. Jeremiah 51 verse 5 says, for Israel had not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul, Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. No. Don't do like Bob Lion fleeing, going to Egypt to walk into Africa. No, that's not what he's speaking about, man. Because if all Israelite was to flee America, then where will the deliverance took place? And then the scriptures would be a lie. And we know that the Lord is not a man that he should lie, you know. So he's not speaking about that. He's speaking about the ways of Babylon, you know. Get yourself, your mindset different from the ways of Babylon, because you know in the scriptures it says the Lord hand is not short that it cannot save. So you have to believe that he'll save you, he'll deliver you. You know, I think that we were born in the various lands for a reason. You know, as I'm speaking about the prophets, we were born in various lands for reasons to get the job done a certain way. So just imagine all the prophets in America got terrified and leave that place. You know? Then who would be there to prophesy and who would be delivered from there? So definitely it's not speaking about that, man. But certainly it's the time where the Lord's gonna judge that place, you know? And verse 7 it says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that had made all the earth drunken, the nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. You can see that, you know. Hey, the nations, they are tired of this place, man. And you see that bag of deceitful weight, that dollar, that US dollar, you know, that they are holding debt for America, but America keep on printing more money, letting these holders of their debt losing their value of that currency. That's the reason why they want to get rid of it. You know, that's the reason why countries like within the BRICS are doing bilateral trading like China and Russia, which is cutting the US out of the pie. And these are the reasons why they have to go to war. You know, they have to go to war because they are a failed state. Yeah? Obviously, we are there calling up a reserve to basically be ready for what's to come. But nevertheless, even so, that place will be destroyed, man. Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed. All 50 states, it's going to be destroyed, man. Or the daughter of Babylon, spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, it will be destroyed. And thus say the Lord, man. It's prophecy. And these prophecies, they will be fulfilled. Right? Verse 8, it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Hold for her. Take balm for her pain. He saw she may be healed. And that bitch won't heal, man. You know, that won't heal. See, look at the minds of the people, especially in the alphabet community. And look at the minds of the nigger woman and the men. You know, they're not speaking to them. See, certainly there shall be a great reset, not according to Esau way, but according to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua's will. You know, it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go, everyone into his own country. For our judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. You know, funny thing about this is that you have people that have been living in America for years, man. Like Chinese people or Italian people that's been there and see the depreciation of that place, that leave that place to go home. But the ones of them that are from other islands or other countries looking at and saying that's where I should be, and they're going to be judged. Some of them going to be delivered, most of them going to be judged, and they don't even know it. You know, see, it is written, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God, man.